was in CVS about 15 minutes ago in the little refrigerator with all kinds of Coke, Diet Coke, Monster, Minute Maid, and various other drinks. On the Diet Coke rack, they had the names Ashley, Joseph, and Hunter, and a few other names, but it was already arranged that way, and that is Joe Biden's last remaining children. I mean, they're adults now. Joe Biden's 82, so Hunter is from his first marriage. He lost Beau back during his vice presidency, I believe, when he was with Obama. I think that's the time period. And his first wife and daughter he lost many, many years ago, early 70s, in a car crash. This is just prior to maybe him putting his hat in the ring for senator. I'm not really certain of the timeline. He would meet Jill later and marry Jill, and they would have Ashley. So there you have it. His last two remaining children, one from his first wife, one from his second wife. Of course, he was widowed and wound up, marrying Jill. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. The reference I have to Diet Coke is I remember my step-sibling's father drinking a lot of Diet Coke. He passed away in the 90s. I think it was an aneurysm or something. So they had a dad, they lived in a house with my dad and their mom, and their dad actually passed away. I just remember them sort of chuckling a little bit during a certain time period when he drank a lot of Diet Coke, and he was walking all over the place. Like, I don't know if he was trying to get in shape because he was a larger guy. So he might have been trying to lose weight, and he was proud of his weight loss and stuff like that. I don't know how the aneurysm came about, but he passed away 96, 95, 96, somewhere, or 97. Somewhere in that time period, because my stepsister was going to school and might have just graduated with her veterinarian's degree, a doctorate, if you will. I don't know exactly what it's called, vet. So, from the University of Florida. And I'm pretty sure she had just finished, and he passed away. And I always remember Diet Coke as a thing. He drank a lot of Diet Coke, and that's how he lost weight in the 90s. That's what I recall. I didn't know him that well, so I just, from hearsay, people mentioning oh, our dad's drinking a lot of Diet Coke, he can't get enough of it, and so forth and so on. And now we have Ashley, Joseph, and Hunter as names on Coke's rollout of names on packaging. So they also have sis and bro, homie on some other forms of packaging. I don't know if they're just on the cans. We have Andrea, we have Carlos, and a few other names. They did this, Coke used names on their packaging back in 2015-ish, 14, 15. I remember because I was on the tail end of getting my MFA at the New School, and one of my professors brought in a Coke one day and a Pepsi another day, but the Coke bottle had names, and they're taking names, right? So, no Cindy's and Sharon's. This is my sister and I. Back in the day, they did have David. I don't know about Kristen. It's kind of a long name also, because you'd have to get it all printed enough to be seen. But anyway, I don't know, right? Steph might have been one. I feel like Steph was one. And they just abbreviated Stephanie, maybe. Anyway, I just know these days, there's a lot of ads around for Coca-Cola, and Carlos, Andrea, oh, there's Ryan might be one, or similar. But anyway, names on Coke bottles, and is there a reason for that beyond just, just sort of reaching people, if you will? you know how you used to have those necklaces or little souvenir license plate key rings or whatever, and your names are on them. It's like, do they have Sharon? Do they have Sharon? Sharon was kind of an odd name, and not everybody always carried Sharon on all the little things. So anyway, little interesting trivia. But my guess is if people do intel or intelligence, or if they're part of certain communities where they want to know what's going on, and they, you know, if they don't drink Coca-Cola, they don't even pay attention, you know, what people in the old administration want to know. That Joe's family names, I didn't see Jill, but it doesn't mean there isn't a bottle named Jill. I'll look into it. But I put it on a short. Ashley, Hunter, and Joseph. Hunter is also kind of unusual, I think. So there you have it. Okay, it's a bit of two numbers at least on police cars. There's the short one and the long one. 952 just kind of rolls around, I think. 916 and 952 go roll